What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hike Life. Oh, we are into our third, fourth, or fifth video, and I'm just getting a little bit worn out here. So all this fast talking is wearing me down, but I'm not done yet. Today, we're going to talk about clothing, and clothing when you're out on the trail. Like I said in the previous video, I have a Dolly Sods trip coming up, West Virginia, high altitude, very cold, and I want to make sure that I'm warm out on the trail. It could be anywhere from 20 degrees to 0 degrees to negative temperatures. That's Fahrenheit. And basically, I just want to make sure that I'm comfy without carrying too much stuff. Well, how do you obtain that? That's the question, right? That's always the mystery of hiking and backpacking, is how do I get out on the trail with 30, 35 pounds on a winter trip and not weigh myself down with stuff that I don't need, items that don't need to be in there, items I won't even use. So we're gonna start off with some of the basics of what we need. First off, let's talk about the way that what I wear as clothing. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up. I wear wool socks. I have a taller pair of wool socks that are coming, but these are darn tough socks. The other ones that I have are a little, more of a boot sock. These are 100% merino wool. I don't go for they might have like 2% stretch in there, so whatever, but I wear wool socks. They dry quickly, they wick moisture. Wool is the way to go out on the trail. I just got into a bit of a discussion on Facebook with a guy from Fellowship of the Woods. I'm not gonna throw his name out there, but it's a group on Facebook. And he's telling me cotton is the way to go. I promise you, cotton absorbs moisture. This is a cotton shirt. If I got this wet right now, I'd be wet all day long. It doesn't dry quickly. Don't wear cotton, wear wool. Moving on from there, my base layer will be wool long johns, wool long underwear. So these wool underwear are also merino wool. These do have a little bit of spandex in them as well. If you can find 100% at an affordable price, do so. I think these were $60 on Amazon. So those are my pants and my socks. Also, I will have a merino wool top. This goes on the top half of me. So that is my base layer, my long johns, my underwear. What I'll probably sleep in inside of my down will be this. So that's that. On top of that, moving down back to the feet again, I will have a pair of, these are North Face zip-offs, but I actually won't be using the zip-offs. So I'll have another pair that's coming. They're a little more stretchy, a little more durable for winter, but I will have North Face quick dry pants, because in the snow you want them to dry very quickly. So I'll have that. And then over top of my wool, I will have this Columbia stretch. It has that really nice disco ball feeling to it on the inside, so that reflects your heat back to you. So that will be over top of my stretchy shirt. And then over top of my pants, I will have these gaiters that will go over my boots to keep my feet dry. And last but not least, I will have a fleece. This is a fleece that will go on. So when I'm hiking down the trail, I will have those 3 items on if it's really cold, and I can just pop this fleece off if it gets a little warmer and throw it in the bag, throw it over underneath the brain so it just kind of dangles out of my bag, and be ready to go there. So that's my main thing that I'll be wearing. And of course, I'll be bringing a knife. I'll be wearing this neck knife. I will not be bringing a bushcraft knife this time, just a little neck knife. This one is a CRKT Columbia River. Oh shoot, I forgot what it meant. Anyway, perfect little knife. Wear it right around your neck. You've got it on you always. Task knife, cut cheese, cut things. Boom, done. Then, so that's my clothing. I will also have a buff on. This buff, it happens to be a freebie, Jim Beam buff. So that'll go around my neck. It's really cold outside, so that way I have a way to keep my breath really serious. So that way you know when basically we're coming to see you, it's a good idea to have a buff, right? Thanks, guys. Okay, so over top of that, I will have my down jacket. This is a North Face down jacket. This one has a hood. It's a little on the heavier side. I normally bring a Ghost Whisperer that weighs 7 ounces. I would love to have a Montbell, Arcadia or something like this. And it weighs like nothing. It has a hood and it's 900 filled down, but it's like 350 bucks. So one day maybe I can get that. If I could find that before the trip, I'd probably do it. If you guys have one for sale, let me know. Anyway, North Face jacket. And then over top of that, I have a raincoat, which I forgot to bring here, but it's a Helium 2 rain jacket. So that's my shell. So basically I have, my layers will be the base layer wool, then the stretchy shirt, then the fleece, then the jacket, then the rain shell. So that's a lot of core temperature, keeping my core very warm. Most of the time I will wear that when I'm outside at camp, walking around, hanging out by the fire, that kind of thing. For my hands, I am bringing 1 pair of snow gloves. I had debated on bringing the heated gloves, which I made a video about, but these are lighter, more practical, so I'm going to go ahead and bring the snow gloves. You can get any snow glove that you want, that you prefer, but these are the ones that I'm bringing. And then I'm also bringing a down hat. So this hat is very, very light. I think it's 1 ounce actually, and it's just a down hat. You may have seen Suge wear some of these. They look hideous. They're not fashionable at all, but as far as warmth goes, I will probably sleep in this, comboed up with another item that I have in here, which is a balaclava. Is that how you say it? I think it's a balaclava. This thing. The ninja mask. So this will go with this as I sleep, and then if I need to use this during the day, I can with another hat. This is my outdoor hat. So I've got 2 hats, balaclava, and then 3 pair of socks. So all my socks are, I'll be wearing one, the one I just showed you, and then I'll have the taller ones, and then 1 more of these. So I'll have 3 total pair of socks. Then I've got these Z-Packs possum gloves. Who knew possum would be so cool? Moving along with the clothing, I have 1 extra pair of gloves that are work gloves. Those are like the neoprene style gloves. So I usually use those when I'm hiking with the hiking poles, so that way I don't get blisters on my hands. So that covers most of the clothing. Let me put this down here. All right, all the clothing goes into this Cuban fiber stuff sack along with my hygiene products. So, oh, actually I have 1 more thing. I forgot about this. This is a little windbreaker. I don't ever use it, but I just feel like if my jacket gets super wet, sometimes it's hard to dry. So in it I keep sunglasses, I keep a little rag. This is for my camera or the sunglasses themselves, or I actually have to wear glasses. So all of that goes in this little pouch. It weighs the same as my sunglass case, so I just use it because it's a jacket and it has multiple purposes. I'd rather have something that has a second use. So this is my windbreaker. It's the Ghost Whisperer Light. Weighs 2 or 3 ounces, and it works perfect as a sunglass case. Then of course I have all my toiletries. In here I keep a balloon. I don't really remember why I keep a balloon, but there's a balloon in here. I keep a balloon in there in case I want to put it over my flashlight for camp ambiance. So I have that, I have a garbage bag in here, and then I have lots of toilet paper and wet wipes. This will cover me for 4 days, so that's done. And then of course I have toothbrush, toothpaste, I have a couple Q-tips in there and some toothpicks. So that goes in there, and then I keep these 2 little lights on. These are great for more camp ambiance. I'm gonna throw like at least 3 or 4 more in there. I like to have at least 6. But they're little candle lights. You get them at the dollar store, 2 for $1, and they just add a nice ambiance to your campsite. And you know, they weigh a little something, but I like the lighting, so that's something that I will be bringing for myself. What else? Oh, I think the last item is I always bring a garbage bag for my backpack. I bring 1 giant bag that's big enough to fit my backpack in, so that if it is raining, I of course I have a pack cover, but if it's raining, this covers the whole thing. I can actually tie it off at the top. The whole bag fits in here, and I think that's important. So even at night, if I put it in my vestibule, I'll usually throw my backpack out there with my shoes, and they will all go in here, so that way it doesn't get wet. Or I can use this as, if my raincoat is completely soaked and wear it, I can use this as a ground cloth, I can use this as a seat. There are just so many functions to a trash bag that I feel it's important to have a big trash bag in there, even though it adds a little bit of weight. So that's it for this video. I think that I should say stuff like this, like, hey man, if you liked a little bit of the video and you want to see more, please subscribe, hit that bell. You know, it's what you do when you're on YouTube, is you have to ask people to do things for you. Really, I just kind of want you to do it. So if you want to do it, hit the subscribe button for me. Let's grow this channel. Let's get this thing a little bit bigger. As it gets bigger, I'll get better. As it gets bigger, I'll put more time into it. I mean, literally, I've been doing it free for a year. Like, I haven't made a single penny off of it, but I do it because I enjoy it. So that's why my videos are sporadic at the moment, but I'm pretty sure one day I'm going to continue to do this before I get old and wrinkly. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully these videos are helping. I think that's it, right? The only other thing I could cover is my backpack. Then that's really up to you. I mean, there's tons of backpacks out there. Just pick the backpack that's best for you for the trip. Thank you so much for tuning in to HIKELIFE. You guys are awesome. See ya in the next video.